The Smurfs was one of the most popular Saturday morning cartoons of the 80s. Here are things you might not have known about this long-running cartoon. The Smurfs show that many Americans grew up with is actually an adaptation of a Belgian cartoon called Les Stromps by Peo, otherwise known as Pierre Culliford. The word Smurf is the Dutch translation of the French Schtroumpf, which Peo made up. The word came about when he was having dinner with a friend and forgot the French word for salt. He asked for the Schtroumpf, and the two jokingly used the made-up word throughout the meal. The Smurfs first appeared in the French-Belgian comic Johan and Peewit, which took place in Europe during the Middle Ages. The cartoon came to American audiences after an NBC executive saw his daughter playing with a Smurf doll. He thought it might be a good fit for the channel's Saturday morning cartoons. However, there are several Smurfs such as Alchemist Smurf, Finance Smurf, Lumberjack Smurf, and Navigator Smurf that never made it into the American cartoon. The hats that the Smurfs wear are called Phrygian caps. They've been around for hundreds of years and are thought to be signs of liberty. Over the course of the comic and cartoon series, 105 distinct Smurfs are depicted. The Smurfs are small creatures, but they are specifically said to be 3 apples tall. Karina Gore Schiff's Secret Service codename was Smurfette when her dad, Al Gore, was the vice president. She said she panicked when she was asked to pick a name with 2 syllables that started with S. The Smurfs was an incredibly popular show in America during the 80s. The success led to all sorts of merchandise, including a breakfast cereal. It was called Smurfberry Crunch. One of Jack Black's earliest acting roles was in a commercial for the cereal. Unfortunately, the cereal is no longer sold in stores. The Smurfs live in a cooperative village where each Smurf contributes based on his skills. Some people thought this was a thinly veiled analogy for communism or socialism. However, Peo's son said there are no political undertones. He said his father's goal was to create something that expressed the ideals of friendship and love. The Smurfs have been translated into more than 30 languages and generate millions of dollars in royalties every year. The franchise is estimated to be worth around $4 billion. The Smurfs' enemy throughout the show's run is Gargamel. The name might seem like gibberish, but it actually comes from the 16th century French writer François Rabelais.